And we are going to learn today why Nick Bosa, the defensive end for the 49ers, is not only going to have a great season in 2022, but will be the defensive player of the year in the entire NFL. Now, we're going to be going over what Nick Bosa did in the past and why he is primed for an even better season in 2022. In 2021, last year for the 49ers, Nick Bosa finished, listen to these defensive ranks, 15 and a half sacks, which was fourth in the NFL, 21 tackles for loss, that led the entire NFL, 105 total tackles, 88 pressures on the quarterback, that was second amongst all edge players, 32 quarterback hits, that was third amongst all NFL players, 46 solo run stops, first among all edge players, plus 4 forced fumbles. Now, Nick Bosa, to win the defensive player of the year, you've got to get after the quarterback. That's one of the prime candidates for reasons why people win that. But what sets Nick Bosa apart is he's not just a pass rusher. He is a complete defensive player that might be better against the run than he is against the pass. And that's not throwing a slight against what he does in the passing game. Now, primetime players show up in primetime games. Nick Bosa, during both 2019 and 2021 playoff stretches, added 4 sacks each year during those 3 playoff games. He shows up when it matters the most. All of that, you have to keep in mind, Nick Bosa led the entire NFL in most double-teamed reps, where the offense attributed not just 1, but 2 or more players to stop him in the 2021 season. Now, Vegas currently has Nick Bosa as the 5th highest odds to win Defensive Player of the Year in 2022. The players that are ahead of him, Aaron Darnold, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Micah Parsons, no slight to any of them. All incredible players and will be well-deserving. However, Nick Bosa is the only one amongst those 5 going into a contract year. Players got to show out. And Nick Bosa is already on pace to have one of the largest contracts, if not the largest defensive contract in the history of the NFL. Man, if he could cash in and show 2022 why he is so great, that number could be astronomical. Now let's go to why Nick Bosa will be even better, why his numbers will increase in 2022. I got 4 reasons. Number 1, Drake Jackson. The 49ers spent their very first draft pick in the 2021 NFL draft on a bendy freak fell with in 2021. Will he still be double teamed? Yes. But will he break records for like the highest double team rate in the NFL in the past decade? I don't think so. Number 2, he's had a full off season to prepare. People forget in 2021, he was coming off an ACL tear. So last year, where he was getting his body right and rehabbing and all those things, this year he comes in the best shape of his life, ready to go. So he's going to show up ready to be shot out of a cannon. Number 3, 49ers have the best defensive secondary that they have had since Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch showed up over 5 years ago. Their prime free agent acquisition was cornerback Charvarius Ward, who they are paying $13.5 million to, who led the NFL in least separation from wide receivers on routes all of 2021. What does that mean? Well, it means that no longer are teams just going to be able to throw to wide open wide receivers, because guess what? The 49ers finally have depth on the outside. Ambry Thomas, the rookie last year who came on late in the year. They brought back Jason Verrett for depth signing for sure. He's probably not going to start. And then Emmanuel Mosley as well. So they have depth on the outside, which means quarterbacks will hold the ball a little bit longer because of the coverage. That means more sack opportunities for Nick Bosa. And the 4th and final reason why I think Nick Bosa was primed to have a better 2022 year than 2021 is Javon Kinlaw and Eric Armstead. Javon Kinlaw was a first-round pick 2 years ago. He struggled with his ACL, and they pulled him after week 2 or 3 last year, and he sat out, had surgery. He's back. Eric Armstead. The 49ers defense finished as a top 10 defense in 2021. But that wasn't until they moved Eric Armstead, another first-round draft pick, from defensive end to defensive tackle, because teams were running right up the middle against the 49ers with great success early in the 2021 year. However, when Armstead moved inside, they shut that down. bring back Kinlaw with Armstead inside in the middle. Well, what does that mean for Nick Bosa? It means a lot more 3rd and longs. And with the more 3rd and longs, guess what? More sack opportunities for Bosa. So get ready for a historic season from Nick Bosa and the 49ers. And I promise you this, wherever you have Nick Bosa in your defensive player of the year rankings, it's way too low.